So sometimes life throws us obstacles that we're not really expecting, and speak to you from personal experience. Some of you may have heard this before, but 2013, I was stationed at the Air Force Academy, and my wife and I were just married, and I got called onto my 7th deployment, and while I was gone, my wife moved all of her stuff into our house, and the day that I arrived back home on station, a forest fire came through Black Forest, Colorado. Absolutely destroyed everything we had. Didn't have a chance to update our insurance. It was kind of really truly the perfect storm. And in the midst of all this, I remember we had about 40 minutes before the fire overtook our home. Like, the neighbor's propane tank exploded. It was over 150 degrees outside, ambient temperature, shrapnel running through the trees, tree branches falling in front of me, and it really hit me. And I called Chaplain Carey, a good buddy of mine in the Chaplain Corps, on the phone, and I broke down as I was driving out in my 1968 Camaro, the only thing that I was able to save. I didn't even have a pair of underwear to wear after the fire. So we cruise out, and I told him, I said, I'm not going to have a house in a couple minutes. And cried a little bit as the reality started to hit me that absolutely everything that I'd worked for in my life was gone, just like that. And I mean everything. Folks, this fire got so hot that the engine melted out of the inside of the car in the garage. I could go on with all kinds of details of how phenomenal a natural disaster really is. We take for granted firefighters in a house fire. You see little soot marks out the window and what first responders are able to do, but it's really a natural disaster and you don't have control of it. How do you sustain? How do you make it through that type of tragedy in life? I learned a lot of things. One, never hesitate to update your insurance. Just kidding, that's probably the last. But had I not had something to believe in beyond the tangible world around me, probably would not have been able to make it through that situation. Had I not had an incredible group of friends, and that includes my wife, who's also my best friend, I probably would not have been able to make it through that situation. So when we talk about, spiritual fitness or the comprehensive airman fitness, I know sometimes we're like, oh, it's a cliche, it's such a buzzword in the Air Force, but the reality is, you have to have something to believe in beyond this world around you, because it's going to let you down at some point or another. So what is it that sustains you? And when I talk social and friends, like genuine friends, you can count on a hand and they would be there, fly across the country for you when you need it. Those are the kind of friends I'm talking about. Those are relationships you need to build, interpersonal, face-to-face, genuine. You got airmen all around you in your shop. Do not ever miss an opportunity to build that connection or that friendship. Genuine. Now, social media is great. It has its place. But that isn't always a source for affirmation or genuine friendship. So if life throws you a curveball, if your life is tried by fire, fire being any adversity, what sustains you and where do you pull your strength from? You need to be able to answer those questions. If you can't, hit us up over at the chapel. I'm Master Sergeant Abear, Superintendent of the chapel. Stay 4 Pillar Strong, heroes.